Hello everyone, my name is Alex Vasquez and I'm going to be talking about my studying abroad experience at the University of Arkansas. First off, let's talk about the very first steps for applying to the University of Arkansas, and in my specific case, for applying to the scholarship that granted me access to this great experience. The scholarship that I applied to is called the Global U-Grad program. This program is sponsored by the U.S. Department of State, and it grants scholarships to undergraduate students from over 60 countries around the world. I initially applied back in 2015, and I ended up arriving at the University of Arkansas until 2017. So as you can see, it is a long process. It is a life project. So although long and complicated, it is a journey worth experiencing in every step of the way. The scholarship has 3 main stages. Although these stages are usually similar if you apply directly to an American university. First, you will need to submit an online application. This part is the easiest one. You'll need to gather different documents and write essays to build your profile as a candidate. My suggestion is to ask for as much feedback as possible on your essay. This way, your professors, relatives, and friends can add or modify parts of your essay until it becomes as good as possible. The second stage is the interview process. I had to meet with officials from the U.S. Embassy in Costa Rica and have a deep conversation about my profile as a candidate and my academic and professional expectations. I know that sounds scary, but my best piece of advice is to always be yourself during these interviews. Authenticity always wins. Finally, the third stage of the application process, which is usually required for international students, is to take an English test that will prove your English proficiency and understanding to be able to study at an American university. The test I took back in 2016 was the TOEFL test. These tests are usually long and exhausting, so my best suggestion here, besides studying how the test questions usually are like, is to relax as much as possible prior to taking the exam and eating healthy food so you can have your best performance on the day of the test. And then, when you least expect it, the day finally arrives when you receive your acceptance email. In my case, I was eating lunch and I freaked out when I saw the email in my inbox. At first, I will admit I was a bit concerned about having been selected to the University of Arkansas because I knew very little about this wonderful state. I even thought it was pronounced Arkansas. But don't worry, once you get a chance to explore all the wonders that Arkansas has to offer, you won't ever forget it. We'll go over some of those amazing attractions in the following videos. After being selected, all the fears of how your life abroad will be like start to show up. But guess what? You won't be alone in the process. The University of Arkansas will be there for you. Due to my disability, I had a lot of concerns regarding accessibility in Fayetteville, and I was able to meet with the International Students Office and the Center for Educational Access, and both of them guided me and answered all the questions I had and made me feel more confident and excited for what was yet to come. Would you like to know more about my journey and how my first day in Arkansas went by? Well, stay tuned for upcoming videos and we will be taking a look at how a day in the life of a UARK student looks like, all the wonders to explore in the Northwest Arkansas area, and finally, what reverse culture shock looks like when you're back in your home country. See ya!